You join us today at the launch of the Ultraviolette X47. It's in there. It's an extremely crowded environment. So I am just going to take this and we will make this a POV video, which is a lot easier to shoot. This is effectively the new X47. If you're wondering where the name comes from, that's Ultraviolette's tribute to a very famous experimental fighter jet from back in the day. It is based on the F-77 platform, but this is meant to be more of an upright, not ADV, but they call it a crossover. And it's basically meant for light trails, rough roads. For that, you get longer suspension travel, chunkier tires. As you can see, it's a different tread pattern. It is still 17-inch wheels at both ends. And from the core fundamentals, it's still the same chassis, slight difference to the rake angle. It's still the same motor and battery pack. It's available in 2 kilowatt, 2 battery pack sizes, 7 and 10, like the F-77. The motor is still the same, 40 horsepower peak power. And in this case, they say that peak torque has gone up to 600 and plus 610, I think, Nm. And that's because it's got an even bigger rear sprocket. How this rides is something we'll be able to tell you by the 30th of September. We are riding it soon, but the videos are embargoed till then. But today I can tell you more about this motorcycle. Now, the things that make it interesting are that the ergonomics are quite different. It's more of an upright seated stance, which should be good on our roads. Nice, tall handlebar. You can see the steep climb out there. And a lot more suspension travel. I'm told that this is now 170 mm of suspension travel at both ends. It's a big step up from the F-77. And it's also a little over 200 mm of ground clearance, which is also really good. As for the seat height, somehow they say it's not that high. I haven't got an exact number yet. I'm told it's somewhere around 810 to 820 mm. That is very good. Now, like I said, the main frame is the same, but the subframe is different. And this is now a cast aluminum subframe, and it's hiding a little secret. To show you that secret, I'm going to walk you over to another bike altogether, which is this naked version here. Now, this is what the subframe looks like. And hidden in there is what Ultraviolette tells us is the world's most power-dense air-cooled charger. They have basically turned this into an onboard charger, which is fantastic. You don't have to haul around a big, heavy charger anymore. You just need to carry a small cable. It's a 1,600 watt rated charger. Pretty fast, very fast compared to anything else in the market. And you can combine this with their boost charger, which is also 1,600 watts, if you carry the boost charger around. And that collectively gives you over 3 kilowatts of charging speed. Really very good. There are a few colors available, like that one there. There's a nice, smart looking red one out here. And we're going to go back to that first motorcycle to see what else I can show you. Now, one of the interesting things on this motorcycle is that, as standard, it is the first motorcycle in India, probably the first motorcycle in the world at this price point, to have radar. Now, the module is hidden back here, and it is standard across the range. And what this radar does is it gives you a bunch of alerts, essentially, that are shown to you in the mirrors. There are no motor cuts or brake inputs or steering inputs like you would get a car with ADAS, and that's a good thing because those features can be quite startling on our roads. There is no intervention on the motorcycle's behalf. It just warns you in case you're making a lane change, in case someone is closing in on you at a high speed from the rear, in case you want to overtake. Ultraviolette says that this is quite a helpful feature. Next up, the display has a new layout. It's something we're keen to see what it's like when we test the bike. And there's also optional features which aren't on this bike, but you have front and rear dash cams with a secondary display mounted out here. And yeah, this is the boost charger that I was talking about. So that is what the X47 is about. Prices, interestingly, start lower than the Ultraviolette F-77. This starts at 2.74 lakhs ex-showroom, but that is with a smaller 7 kilowatt-hour battery pack. They haven't told us what the price is for the 10 kilowatt-hour battery pack. One of the ways they made it a little more affordable is with this simpler steel swing arm. We don't have prices for what the 10 kilowatt-hour will cost, but it's probably going to be about 1 lakh rupees more, something like that, which is a similar jump from the F-77 7 kilowatt to the F-77 10 kilowatt. Much of these features will probably be structured across various variants. We don't have that breakup as well today. But this is basically, to my eyes, the most appealing of the Ultraviolette F-77 family so far. And I also think it's a really good looking motorcycle. The familiarity is very much there in the F77 headlamp. You've got a bit of a beak up front, but it's a bit more of a proportionate design. The battery pack is now exposed for the first time, sleek bodywork, and quite a nice looking motorcycle. That is the very messy walk around we've been able to get to you today, but we wanted to get this video out as fast as possible. That is the Ultraviolette X47, and we'll have a cleaner and more detailed riding review for you in about a week's time.